Hi guys, welcome to the channel Morning Alarm. Today our topic is Entity Relationship Model from Data Modeling Concepts in Database Management System. This is very important topic, so please watch the video till the end. Share it with your friends and you can take screenshots and study for the exams. We also have a blog with the name Morning Alarm Wake Up. Please visit the site to get the notes there. It's very important topic and subscribe to the channel for more important concepts like this. So let's see what an ER model is. ER model stands for Entity Relationship Model. It is a high level data model. This model is used to define the data elements and relationship for a specified system. So ER is nothing but entity relationship model. In this, the data elements are defined and the relationship existing between these elements is also given. It is a conceptual design for the database. It also develops a very simple and easy to design view of the data. So it is a conceptual design and it gives a simple view of the data, how the data is related and how the elements are related with the relationships. In ER modeling, the database structure is portrayed as a diagram called an entity relationship diagram. In this diagram, the database structure is portrayed and it gives the relationship existing between different data elements. Let's consider an example. Suppose we take a school database and student is an entity. Name, address, ID and age are the different attributes that student entity has. This database can be represented using the entity relationship diagram. Let's see what an entity relationship diagram contains. It has three components: entity, attribute and relation. There is weak entity in entities and attribute is of four types: key attribute, composite attribute, multi-valued attribute, derived attribute. In relation we have one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one and many-to-many relations. Let's see each component in detail. Entity is nothing but any object, class, person or place. As we know, noun in parts of speech, it is the name of object, class, person or place. Here, the thing itself is considered as an entity. In ER diagram, any entity is represented by rectangle. Let's see the example. Here we have employee and department. These are the two entities and they are represented by rectangle. In university database, we can also take course, department, college as entities. In entity, we have weak entity. Weak entity is nothing but an entity which depends on another entity. In the example, we have loan and installment. Installment is the weak entity which depends on the loan and is represented by a double rectangle. The next component we have is attribute. An attribute is used to describe the property of any entity and it is represented by ellipse. In the example we can see student is the entity we have and ID, phone number, name and age are the attributes which describe different details about the student entity. So these things are considered as attributes. In attribute we have four types. The first one is key attribute. Key attribute is used to represent the main characteristic of an entity. It represents a primary key. Here the primary key is nothing but a key attribute which has unique value for entity. If we consider a database, then this key attribute cannot have same value for two entities or more entities. So it has unique value for an entity and it is used to specify the entity separately from a relation. The primary key is represented by key attribute and it is represented by using a ellipse with the text underlined. Here ID is the key attribute of the student entity. That means ID has unique value for all the student entities and no two student entities can have same ID value. So the ID is used to identify each student separately. So it is considered as key attribute. The next one we have is composite attribute. An attribute that composed of many other attributes is known as composite attribute. It is represented by an ellipse and those ellipses are connected with an ellipse. In the example we see name, which is composed of first name, middle name and last name. The first name, middle name and last name, three together define the name attribute. So the name attribute is the composite attribute here. The next one is multi-valued attribute. An attribute which has more than one value is called as multi-valued attribute. It is represented by double oval. Here we take the example phone number which can have more than one value. As anyone can have more than one phone number, this attribute will take more than one value and hence it is called as multi-valued attribute. Next is derived attribute. By the name, it is derived from another attribute. Example, we take age, which can be derived from another attribute, date of birth. As age changes year by year, it can be derived by using the date of birth attribute value. This type of attribute is called as derived attribute and it is represented by dashed ellipse. The next component we have is relationship. A relationship is used to describe the relation between entities and it is represented by diamond or rhombus. Here teacher and student are two entities and the relationship existing between these two entities is teachers. This is represented by using a rhombus or diamond. In this relationship we have four types. First one is one-to-one relationship. When only one instance of an entity is associated with the relationship, then it is known as one-to-one relationship. In the example we can see a female can marry to one male and one male can marry to one female. Here one instance of female entity is related to the one instance of male entity by the relationship married to. This is called as one-to-one relationship. Second one is one-to-many relationship. When only one instance of the entity on left and more than one instance of an entity on the right associates with the relationship, then this is known as one-to-many relationship. For example, scientists can invent many inventions, but the invention is done by only one specific scientist. In the diagram we can see scientist and invention are two entities and the relationship existing between them is invents. One scientist can invent many inventions, but one invention can be invented by only one scientist. This is called as one-to-many relationship. Here we see from left to right and the instances is one and many, so it is one-to-many relationship. Next one we have is many-to-one relationship. When more than one instance of entity on the left and only one instance of entity on the right associates with the relationship, then it is known as many-to-one relationship. For example, student enrolls for only one course, but a course can have many students. In the diagram we can see student, course, two entities, and the relationship between them is enroll. Here a student can enroll in one course, but a course can have more than one student. In the left we have many instances, in the right we have one instance. So this relation is considered as many to one relationship. The last one is many to many relationship. When more than one instance of the entity on the left and more than one instance of the entity on the right associates with the relationship, then it is known as many to many relationship. In the example we can see employee can assign by many projects and project can have many employees. In the diagram, employee and project are two entities which are related by a relation is assigned. Here we have employee in many instances, project has many instances, and these many instances are related to each other. Employee can work in many projects and a project can have more than one employee. This is called as many to many relationship. So in this video we have discussed about entity relationship model, ER model, which is entity relationship model. It is a conceptual design and it is represented by entity relationship diagram. We seen an example student with attributes name, address, ID and age. Next, the components of ER diagram, entity, attribute and relationship. Entity has weak entity, attribute has keep, composite, multivalued and derived attributes. Relationship has one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many relationships. Entity is nothing but object, class, person or place. It is represented by a rectangle. Weak entity depends on another entity. It is represented by double rectangle. Attribute describes the property of an entity. It is represented by an ellipse. Key attribute represents a primary key which has unique value for every entity. It is represented by ellipse with text underlined. Composite attribute is composed of more than one attribute. Multivalued attribute has more than one value. It is represented by double oval. Derived attribute is derived from another attribute and it is represented by dashed ellipse. The last component is relationship. Relationship gives the relationship between two entities. It is represented by diamond or rhombus. One-to-one relationship in which one instance of each entity is related. One-to-many where one instance on left and many instances on right are related. Many-to-one where many instances on left and one instance on right are related. Many-to-many where many instances of both the entities on both sides are related. Hope you understand the concept well, and thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends. See you in the next video. Thank you.